Redraft season is upon us. Looking to win your draft? Well, congrats, you're in the right spot. Subscribe, like the video. Don't forget about these players when they're falling to you on the board. These players, you might be saying, listen to yourself. Why are these guys still available? Why can I get this upper echelon player at this cost in my draft? Is he injured? Is he having a bad preseason? Bad training? Listen, these guys are undervalued players that you can get and can smash for success this 2025 fantasy football season. We're going to talk about all these guys right now. We got 6 names to cover today. Lots more videos on the way. Let's get into it. Name number 1. We head to tight end, and it's actually the tight end number 3. If you would believe it or not, George Kittle has an average draft position on ESPN currently. It's redraft season, an ADP of 40. He's the 40th player off boards. He just signed a 4-year, huge money contract extension. Age concerns? Nope, because he just signed that big extension. Injury concerns? Last 3-4 seasons, he actually hasn't been that banged up. Now, I get it. Maybe he's missed a game or two here and there. Tight end 1 finish last season. Tight end 6, tight end 2, tight end 3, tight end 3, tight end 2, tight end 3. George Kittle is a top 3 or better tight end when he's healthy, and he's been healthy pretty much for the past 4 seasons. He's going to be a focal point in that San Francisco 49ers offense. They lose Deebo Samuel. You have Brandon Ayuk looking like he's going to be banged up, probably missed the start of the season. And Kittle just averaged 74 receiving yards per game with a touchdown every 2 games. His touchdown rate was pretty good. He had a decent amount of targets every single game. And we've actually seen him have higher target numbers in the past. In 2018 to 2021, in that 4 or 5 year stretch, he was averaging 7, almost 8 targets per game. And we had him down to 6 targets the last couple of years. Last year, he was at 6.3 targets per game. I expect George Kittle, he's not going to get worse. He's not going to get worse from an efficiency and a usage standpoint. I know people might be saying, listen, CMC might eat into that target share. No, Deebo's gone, Ayuk's gone. Ricky Pearsall, Jawan Jennings is banged up already. I'm not convinced. George Kittle is going to be a crush of a pick at tight end. And the thing I like about this is if we look at Brock Bowers, McBride, Kittle, Kittle was the tight end 1 over both of these guys last season. Now, Bowers I'm big on. McBride I'm also big on because McBride. McBride's touchdown rate, honestly, can really only go up. He's had such bad touchdown luck, all right? So I actually like all 3 of these guys, and everyone in between I hate until you get to an ADP of around 110 where you get Warren, you get Colston Loveland, you get Tucker Kraft. Then it's a tier of guys I love. So George Kittle, great pick. Don't forget his name. Now we head over to wide receiver. A.J. Brown, his ADP is actually pretty high as an average position of 15 currently on ESPN. You can see him ranked a little bit lower here. What I'm here to tell you is what everyone's been saying. The Eagles are going to have to pass the football more in 2025. Passing the football more, okay, who's it going to go to? I bet you didn't know this. Let alone he's at great efficiency with a 3.2 yards per hour run in 2024. Take a look at this number. The past 3 seasons, he's had 30% target share. Last year, with the lowest passing rate in the league, holding him back, he had 34% of his team's target share. That amount of volume is insane. When the passing volume increases, A.J. Brown is going to be a beneficiary of 30% or more of that. So playing in tougher opponent games, tougher matchups, airing it out, down maybe, trailing, A.J. Brown's going to be a main beneficiary. I think we're going to see him above 17 points per game this season. I know it's a high cost. I think A.J. Brown's going to outscore Drake London straight up. And Nico Collins, I could even say, listen, I could see a world where A.J. Brown goes over Nico Collins just because Nico Collins can't stay on the field. I know you can potentially make a similar case for A.J. Brown, but definitely not to the extent we've seen Nico Collins in his first 4 years in the league, whereas A.J. Brown, you have a larger sample size. Name number 3 is another wide receiver falling down boards. Keenan Allen signs with the Chargers, 1 year, $8.5 million. It's not backup money. They're going to get him involved. Now, Keenan Allen, if we take a look at Keenan Allen's career first, I don't even know. We do have him on the site, Flock Fantasy, Mason Dodd, nice enough to let us use this site. You guys can check this out. It's actually all free. Go check this out on flockfantasy.com. Keenan Allen, been in the league since 2013. Well, he's an artifact, ancient artifact. In 2024, he was a wide receiver at 34 finish. He had 740 receiving yards. The ceiling here is 700 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns again. Technically, yes, that would actually eat in to any Ladd McConkey target share. Now, do I expect Ladd McConkey to regress? Year 2 wide receiver? Absolutely not. Ladd McConkey's going to take another step forward. I think we're going to see him go from 15 points per game, probably up to 16, 17 points per game. And you're getting a bit of a discount by it now. He was going in the middle of round 2. Now his ADP has already fallen to 26. You can get him in early round 3. That's a great rising value. Clearly the alpha wide receiver in that offense. Herbert's not going to forget about him. He's going to be just fine. Year 2 receivers tend to have their breakout seasons. So McConkey's a smash pick. Michael Pittman Jr. has an ADP quite low, in the low 100s. His ADP is 101. You can get him in the 9th, 10th round of your draft. So looking at his 3 seasons from 21 to 23, 14 points per game, 14 points per game, almost 16 points per game. And 2024, I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to say something else. I'm not going to say it's points per game. I'm going to say, listen, broken back. Again, look at me closely. He was playing through a broken back. Enough said. So wipe the season off. I don't care. It doesn't even matter. Now, you can say, listen, he's banged up again in training camp, and I actually agree with that. I am scared of Pittman in dynasty formats because he is banged up in training camp. But when Pittman is out there, when Pittman is healthy, if Pittman can stay healthy, I don't care who the quarterback is. Pittman's going to be a flex player every single week. He might not have wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 upside, but I think Pittman can be relied upon for wide receiver 3 performance or better. And you're paying a 9th or 10th round pick for a guy that's technically still a wide receiver 1 in this offense. Now, I think Dallas is going to kind of outperform him, take that role. It's a whole different ballgame, but I love Pittman Jr. at 101 value. We got 2 final names. We got Will Shipley. Let's just mention this, right? Now, with Will Shipley, why are we even talking about him? He's done nothing, except for in preseason, he's looked good. Like, when Will Shipley gets the touches, he's looked pretty solid. Hasn't really gotten the opportunity. Year 2 running back player. They get rid of Kenneth Gainwell. Will Shipley, you're number 2. You could say to yourself, A.J. Dillon would have a role, and you're right. If Saquon Barkley got hurt, it'd probably be a split between Will Shipley and A.J. Dillon. But Shipley has looked really, really good, ladies and gentlemen, especially in preseason. We're going to monitor that as well. Everyone's fading Saquon all of a sudden for the fact that he had this huge workload and volume and all that stuff. And I'm not even going to predict an injury, right? Like, this is, let alone Saquon getting injured, Will Shipley he's proven, to my eyes, that he is a solid NFL running back and a great depth piece. So if Saquon got hurt, which everyone is apparently thinking that's going to happen now, I'm not even saying it is, but Will Shipley would be a main beneficiary. He's going undrafted in your league. He seems like a premium handcuff back in my eyes, one of the league's highest rushing offenses in the league. His ADP is 162. It's risen since preseason started. Then you got a guy, 201. Demario Douglas, by my eyes, is the wide receiver 2 on the Patriots. Maybe wide receiver 1. They signed Stephon Diggs to a 3-year, $60 million deal, so obviously Diggs is number 1. Diggs is a diva. Diggs is banged up, coming off of an injury, blah, blah, blah. Demario Douglas, he could be somebody that forms a good connection with Drake May. That's what all the preseason training camp buzz is saying. So if Demario Douglas can have a year 3 solid season, again, we saw him improve year 1 to year 2. Can he take another step forward year 2 to year 3? His yards per route run did drop a little bit from his rookie season to his sophomore season. But Demario Douglas has had a good training camp. Let's see how he looks in preseason with Drake May. And Demario Douglas is undrafted. So as a round 17 pick, trying to target a wide receiver 2 in the Patriots offense, which is supposed to be taking a step forward, I think it's pretty solid. His competition is Kyle Williams. After that, not really anybody scary. So Demario Douglas, not a bad pick. Don't forget those 6 names on draft day. Let's go win your leagues.